puts his leg into it, and off we go. It's a touchback.
Expect a heavy dose of run game and quarterback run from the Badgers.
Atuka in the backfield. Atuka gets it. Pushes his way forward for a pickup of 3 on first down.
And then the quarterback has really been the key since Fickell got here. Every single year, the guy that they get in the portal expecting to be their starter has been hurt. Now relying on a true freshman.
Shovel pass for a first down. Jackson Aker continues on his feet near the 50-yard line. Nice play. And a first down for Wisconsin. Pickup of 19. 5 wideouts for Smith, who's back to pass. Goes across and it's broken up. D'Angelo Pons on the deflection. Second down and 10. And a timeout called by Wisconsin. And you may see this quite a bit just because Carter Smith was running this scout team just trying to get the play calls right. What we do know is he is an outstanding athlete, loves to use his legs. Handed off at Tuca again, swallowed up after a gain of 2. Smith keeps up the middle. Smith uses his legs for a first down for the Badgers. First and 10 on the plus side of the field. Smith's going to keep it again, follows blockers, and he is wrapped up by Mario Landino. Gain of 1. Smith to pass. Smith over the middle, catch made. Third down and manageable. They mark him at the 36-yard line. Kekahuna, the motion man, he gets it. Trying to get to the outside. He dives for the first down. Will he have enough? It'll depend on the spot.
He's close. I think they're going to have him just about a yard short, and it'll be decision time here for Fickell. They're going to keep the offense on the field and bring in some bigger bodies, extra tight ends.
High formation for Wisconsin. Handed off at Tuca, puts his head down, and it looks like he's got the first down. Smith in trouble. Down he goes. Dominique Ratcliffe on the sack. Darion Dupree checks in at tailback. He's been banged up, but he's in there to the left of Smith. Handed off to Dupree on 2nd and 17. Very short gain. Stopped by Mikhail Kamara. Smith to pass across the middle. Got Anthony, puts his foot down and gets to the 27-yard line. Pickup of 8. It's a 45-yard field goal try from here, and that's what they'll do. They'll bring out Vakos for a field goal try.
Well, that's such a great job for the entire drive by Carter Smith, and a great job there on 3rd and forever. No need to hang on to the ball. If you got a little check down, a little shallow route, a crosser that's open, why not dump it down to your receiver and let him get you into field goal range? Just really like the execution from Carter Smith on his first drive.
Season long of 42, this from 45. Good snap, good hold, kick, no good. He pulled it left, and Indiana holds. Roman Hemby, the running back, next to Mendoza. Mendoza passes to the outside, catch made. E.J. Williams. Pickup of 8. Second down and short. Mendoza, 71% with his completion percentage, but totally different here in Bloomington as he is on the road.
Yeah, and part of that is you look at the opponents. You've had to play Iowa, Oregon, Penn State, all on the road. Those are 3 of the best defenses he has seen, but there's no doubt about it. This is one of the best quarterbacks in all college football.
To pass again. Breakout star last week, Charlie Becker with his first catch. First down, Indiana. Starters for the Indiana Hoosiers. Great 3 receivers in Cooper, Williams, and Becker, who has emerged. But no Elijah Surratt, dressing because it's senior day, but he is out today.
Sign of a good team is What's your depth look like? Injuries are going to happen. They're excited to get Surratt back after the bye, but how about Charlie Becker, a career day and having big catches in big moments?
Doubled his season output in catches a week ago against Penn State. Handoff up the middle. Hemby brought down after a pickup of 3. His defense was outstanding last week against Washington. Dual threat quarterback and Damon Williams, they held him in check.
They did a great job schematically, and that is not easy. And I give so much credit to Coach Mike Tressel, the defensive play caller. Rushing under control, gap discipline, tackled very well. The defense won them that game. Now an even bigger test going up against Heisman Doza.
Second down and 6. Mendoza. Clean pocket to the outside. And he'll be short of a first down. The tight end Holden stays with the catch. His 6th catch of the year. Third down and short for the Hoosiers. There's so many weapons for Mendoza to choose from.
And he's like a computer back there too. He does such a great job of diagnosing the defenses, attacks the weak point. And here, 3rd and short, going to be a fun matchup today. These 2 freshman linebackers, Mason Posa and Cooper Catalano, having career games in recent weeks.
Hemby gets the carry. Big hole brought down after a first down.
Roman Hemby is a freshman. He's a freshman All-American, one of the best at his position, and has been a key part of the Hoosiers' success.
Kalon Black checks in. Mendoza flushed out. Mendoza throws. It's incomplete. In and out of the hands of Omar Cooper. He's right on the money. Cooper couldn't squeeze it.
Yeah, and Cooper, I mean, we're all going to remember maybe the best catch all of us or any of us have seen to win that game on the road at Penn State. But even talking to Mike Shanahan, he feels there's an additional level. There's another. He can break through his ceilings effectively. I mean, Omar Cooper's been great this year, but little mental lapses like that are going to matter. You know, if they want to win a national title, a Big Ten title, your margin for error becomes thinner and thinner.
Both Williams and Cooper off the field on 2nd down and 10. Set up the screen to Black. Blockers in front of him. Black pushes his way across the 35-yard line. Close to a first down. They'll mark him about a half a yard short. Mendoza 4 for 4 to 4 different receivers, and Black pushes forward enough for a first down for Indiana. We're all going to find out together, Jake. I think they will on the Wisconsin sideline too. Mendoza going for it all, and it's caught. Charlie Becker finds the end zone. Touchdown Hoosiers. Just a great pass and a better catch from Becker.
Becker, 6'4", long arms, made some nice contested catches last week, picking up where he left off.
Vinny Anthony deep for Wisconsin. With the wind behind his back, almost goes through the uprights. Thanking Wisconsin for Jonathan Taylor, who plays a few miles up north in Indianapolis. Handoff goes nowhere on first down for Wisconsin. Loss of 1 on the play, 2nd and 11 for Wisconsin. Smith to pass across the middle, catch made. Chris Brooks keeps those legs moving for a first down for Wisconsin. Dupree, the running back. Smith faked the pitch. Smith going wheel route, and too long for Dupree. He had him. He's too much on the throw into the wind. Chance to get to 11 mil for the first time in program history. The win today. Nowhere to go. Swallowed up and then finished off by Tyree Tucker. First it was Wheeler, then it was Tucker.
You have to avoid these 3rd and long situations. It's where Indiana thrives.
3rd tackle for loss for Indiana. 2nd most TFLs in college football. To the outside, going nowhere. Jamari Sharp read that one beautifully. 4th down. Kicks this one into the wind. It's caught like a parachute. Takes a Wisconsin bounce and a good one inside the 20-yard line. It's a good kick by Sean West. 52 yards on that punt.
That is the end
of the first quarter in Bloomington.
Welcome back to Bloomington. Indiana up 7-0 here at the start of the second quarter. Coach, you mentioned Charlie Becker stepping up last week, finding the end zone there. What stood out to you most about how he's responded to these opportunities?
Well, he made another big play, so that's great to see. You know, Wisconsin had the ball 7.5 minutes, drive one. Got to do a better job against the power read. Got him off the field good here, but quarter's over. We've had one possession with the wind. A little disappointing. So we got it now. This win's a factor.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
As the game grows older, they're talking about winds up to 35 miles an hour. The heat is up. That's a good thing. But with that comes the wind blowing to the north from the south. And that's the direction that the Hoosiers are going right now, into the wind. You wonder if that was a factor on the missed field goal in the first drive for Wisconsin. Second drive for Mendoza and company. Get it out quick into the hands of E.J. Williams. Across the 25-yard line to the 26. Mendoza keeps trying to get that first down and will across the 30-yard line.
On Friday, he said, listen, the number one thing that I'm focused on, we got to get healthy and stay healthy.
Going into a bye next week. Looking right, throwing left. He's got Becker again for another Indiana first down.
What's Signetti say? Making more big plays. Big play Becker.
And it's not just one guy, Jake. Everybody has an opportunity to go off for Indiana. Hand off to Black. Swallowed up and brought down a loss of 1 on the play.
That's a really nice job by Charles Perkins. Forcing Indiana backwards. Just winning there on the interior. Remember Drew Evans, starting left guard. He's out. Hope to get him back in a few weeks.
The freshman starting in left guard right now, Johnny. Second straight start for him. A rare opportunity with a long 2nd and 11. To the outside, Becker again.
I just can't help but think, you know, Becker, the way he's playing is just it's a microcosm of what Signetti has built here. It's a system, right? And that Becker's playing the typical Surratt role, and Surratt is playing at an All-American type level. Not playing right now, but Becker, if you do your job, if you do what you're coached to do, you're going to be put in a position to succeed. That's what we're seeing in real time.
3rd and short for Indiana. Becker with 4 catches already and a touchdown. Mendoza sprint right. And he coming, and down he goes. Blasting through the line, Mason Posa for the sack. Just picked up his 4th sack of the season. Kick us away from Indiana. Look at that thing parachute into the wind. A nice play on special teams from the Hoosiers. Good sign. Gideon Atuka back on the field for Wisconsin. Play action pass. Smith pushed out of bounds. Another tackle for loss. That's the 90th tackle for loss on the season. Handoff to Atuka up the middle. Get some of that yardage back. 3rd down and manageable. Aiden Fisher, senior day for him on the stop. Smith to pass, wide receiver screen in and out of the hands. Boy, Vinny Anthony had a ton of real estate to work with. The pass was high. It's 4th down. Kicking it away. Brady back to receive. Brady reverses field, goes up the middle, and then brought down by a gang of Badgers. Well, right across the road, Assembly Hall. Last week's 4th quarter drive to keep the undefeated season alive. There's still some meat left on the bone of this season. But what did last week against Penn State do for this team? As Mendoza's in trouble, and Mendoza goes down again.
And really, I mean, that's their 3rd comeback win in the 4th quarter on the road to keep this undefeated season alive.
After the sack, they hand it off. Hamby needles his way through across the 35 to the 37-yard line. There's just 3 unbeaten teams left in the country. Numbers 1, 2, and 3. We saw Ohio State last week. They've got UCLA today. We've got Indiana, and then Texas A&M takes on South Carolina later today. Just 3 unbeatens left. Off week for Indiana next week, and then Purdue. Mendoza with a flag coming out. Mendoza to pass. Deep ball incomplete. Looking for Becker, and we'll check on the penalty.
Yeah, they're going to get a free play. I think it was number 15, Sebastian Cheeks, that jumped off side initially, and Mendoza with great awareness, knowing he has a free play, giving his guy
Offside.
a chance.
Defense, number 15. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
3rd down and 2. Indiana 57% on the season on 3rd down conversions. Handed off, and they're going to be short. 4th down and decision time for Curt Cignetti and the Hoosiers. Javier Suggs on the stop, and here comes the punting team. Back-to-back drives ending in punts.
And Suggs was the key there, winning at the point of attack, creating that knockback. He was able to contact him in the backfield and then had help by his linebacker, Mason Posa. Good team defense.
McCarthy to kick into the wind. Tyrell Henry back deep for Wisconsin. Fair catch called and received. Let's see if Wisconsin can put up another drive here. Ituka gets the carry, right side, bursts through, still on his feet, and out across the 35-yard line. Good run on 1st down. That's Kekahuna on the pitch. Stays on his feet and then goes out of bounds around the 40-yard line.
And it's not just the losses that were piling up, it's the injuries. I mean, there's a mental aspect of this. I'm sure Fickle can't say it, but I can say it. I got to imagine they feel snake bitten.
Vinny Anthony on the carry, pushes forward. He'll be close to a 1st down, and they're going to mark him about a half a yard short. Aker and Atuka in the I formation. Handoff. Aker trying to push his way forward, and he'll get the 1st down. Doesn't get the ball much. Lowers that center of gravity, moves the chains.
Kind of what you're seeing as we're talking about last week, really in recent weeks. They need that defense to keep these games close.
Blitz coming, set up the screen, and at the feet of his running back, Atuka. He picked up the blitz beautifully. And Smith did a nice job just getting rid of it before he got smoked.
And even that, I think that was intentional, throwing it at the feet of Ituka, because if Ituka catches that, he's 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. I think Smith, give him the benefit of the doubt here, he's showing great awareness. Go ahead and just spike that so you can get back into 2nd and 10.
He was 3 for 12 throwing the football for just 8 yards last week, and the weather was crummy.
Right.
There's no doubt in Madison. 5 out of 9 for 40 yards on the day. Smith to pass on 2nd and 10. Gets rid of it, low throw, catch made. Eugene Hilton, his 5th catch of the season. 3rd and 4. Here's Smith calling his own number, weaving his way forward, pushing, he's close. It'll depend on the spot.
And there's the legs showing up. The issue is it's a good play call. Bryant Haynes, a better play call. He had plus numbers in the box. You'd love to run a quarterback design run into weaker numbers, but Indiana had one more than Wisconsin could block. But nonetheless, another 4th and short here.
Maybe a nose of a football away. I formation again. Smith's going to throw it. He's got a man wide open. Catch is made. It's going to be a touchdown on 4th and inches. Lance Mason, an extra point away from tying the game. What a play call from Jeff Grimes.
My goodness. You can't scheme up a better look. Wide open read to your primary target behind the defense. Carter Smith lays it out there and gives him a chance to catch and run and score a touchdown.
Vacos puts it up and through to tie this game. 3:42 to go in the first half. Teams going with the wind at their back. 14-0. Indiana's got all 3 timeouts left. 3:42 to go from the 25-yard line. Black gets the handoff, pushes forward and picks up 5 on first down. Big drive here for Indiana to try and end the half. Plus they get the football coming out of the break, and Kalon Black is slow to get up.
Timeout for injured offensive player. Number 67 has to go out for 1 play.
It's Khalil Benson also. Unless that was inaccurate. No, they're sending him off here.
So Benson's going to have to leave as well. So Zen Mahalski will check in for Indiana for at least a play.
Remember, Benson left last week's game against Penn State there in the 3rd quarter. Zen Mahalski came in.
We'll check on Kalon Black. In the meantime, Hemby bowls forward, and it'll be 3rd down and 1. Again, a 2-for-1 opportunity from Indiana. You drive, you get some points, and you get the ball coming out of halftime. 3 minutes to go.
Yep. Starts with getting this first down right here. Remember on the last drive, Wisconsin was able to stuff them, and gotta imagine you're thinking running the ball once again.
So Benson check back into the lineup. Hemby on the carry. First down, Hoosiers. This is the 9th best running offense in FBS. Wisconsin's done a really nice job bottling up this running game for Indiana.
Yeah, Wisconsin is just outside a top 25 run defense in the FBS. I mean, again, and they're really starting to hit their stride with these 2 freshman linebackers, and you can hear it, man. The pads are cracking there down on the field.
Mendoza to pass to the outside. He gets his tight end, the Wisconsin transfer, Riley Nowakowski. 2:08 remaining. That will take us to our 2-minute timeout. Room for improvement. Mendoza sets up the screen. Nowakowski's in the open. Still breaking tackles. Inside the 30-yard line. Nowakowski inside the 20 in a red zone trip for Indiana. Roman Hemby still on the field in the backfield. Mendoza flushed. He's in trouble. Mendoza goes down again. Peterson on the sack. His 2nd of the game. Timeout on the field.
Indiana.
We're back in 30 seconds. Mendoza looking down the middle on the seam. May have been affected by the wind, just kind of keeping it up in the air.
The Hoosiers have dealt with some injuries at the running back position.
Set up the screen to Hemby. It's a good play call. Oh, what a hit at the 20-yard line. Hemby goes backwards.
Oh my goodness, I think that was Mason Posa, the freshman.
Wow.
Embracing the physicality and lighting up Roman Hemby there.
Radetich kicks it through. Into the wind, a short kick. Returnable for Wisconsin. Across the 25-yard line. They've been really good. Let's see how aggressive they are with 50 seconds to go. They hand it off to Atuka. I'd say dominant is not the right word for what they have done at home this year, averaging 52 points a game. They've won 14 straight games here at home, and they're plus 44. But it's a 3-point game right now. Atuka sneaks through, and that will end the first half of play. Wisconsin is down by just 3. Indiana will have the football out of halftime, but a great first half. A lot of hard hitting. The wind has definitely been a factor, but Indiana holding serve, at least for the moment, in Bloomington. 10-7 is our lead for Indiana. Vacos ready to kick it away for Wisconsin. You're the Badgers, you've got nothing to lose. You're out there, you're playing free, you're playing easy. Vacos with the wind at his back, kicks it through the back of the end zone. News for the Hoosiers. Kalon Black is back on the field. And Black gets the carry. Tripped up. And no gain. Great play in the backfield by De'Yani Hill. Not a lot of success for either team going into the wind in the first half. Hand it off again to Black. Tries the outside. He is crunched after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Just 22 rushing yards in the game for one of the best rushing offenses in the sport. Mendoza, deep ball down the middle. He's got a man. Catch, Becker. Charlie Becker continues his tear for the Hoosiers.
Well, these two got such great chemistry. Who cares what I'm talking about with the wind? And Charlie Becker, he's got that long speed, 110-meter hurdle, state champion back in high school. Had a big game last week against Penn State. Big touchdown to start the game today. And his relationship with Mendoza, seriously, he is developing into his go-to guy over these past 2 games. Another big catch for Becker.
Over 100 yards. Remember, he had the touchdown catch in the first half of the Hoosiers. So from 3rd and long to near the red zone for Indiana. Black gets the carry. Black pushes forward to the 20-yard line.
And to go back to that completion with Becker, once again, Wisconsin, the protection's been leaky today. Signetti talked about that. They got to protect better. Mendoza's got to get rid of the ball quickly. But one of the Badgers that got through the line of scrimmage just tripped. Otherwise, it might have been a sack on Mendoza, but it wasn't. He's able to release the ball. But again, it's which offensive line, which defensive line can start to seize control of this game.
Extra offensive lineman Mahalski checks back in. Black gets the carry. Should say Hemby gets the carry and pushes forward inside the 15-yard line. To pass to the outside. Cooper, his first catch of the afternoon. Clock continues after a gain of 5. Second and 5, opening drive of the second half for Indiana.
Seeing the defensive game plans change a little bit as well. I think both defensive coordinators are understanding the offense is prioritizing running the ball, so loading the box, and there's some one-on-one opportunities on the outside if Mendoza likes it.
Mendoza hands it off. Hemby reaches, he's short. They'll move the chains for a first down. 1st and goal for Indiana. And they're playing fast. No chance to sub for Wisconsin. Mendoza hands it off. Hemby is short of the goal line. Second down and goal for Indiana. Can only imagine what that halftime speech was like from Kirk Signetti in that locker room. He is very measured with his words. High formation. Back to pass. And it's a touchdown. Holden Stays, his 2nd touchdown of the year. Stays with a touchdown reception. Radicic kicks it through. Opening drive score for Indiana.
Really, really important when you consider the potential for a bye week too here.
Kenny Anthony on the return. Got a seam, and he's out to the 35-yard line. Remember, they drove down on the first drive, missed a field goal. Had a touchdown on a 4th down and inches play. Smith back to pass. Smith Throws out, checks it down at Tuca with a catch, hit and dropped. And back to the line of scrimmage.
Maybe Oregon could sneak back in the top 4 if they handle business and get a bye.
Handed off, and it'll be Kekahuna out to the 40-yard line. 3rd down and 4 coming up. And Tuca dropped. They're going to mark him at the initial hit at about the 37-yard line, a loss of 3. And down on the play is a
offensive player.
He got hit initially, and then the second hit, my goodness, was he leveled.
I think it was Stephen Daly was the first hit.
And Dukwe was the second.
Yeah, 2 big, violent, and Daly, I mean, he had a huge game, 275 pounds. He told us he runs a 10-800 meter dash, and I mean, he had a clean shot there. Oh.
It's the second time that we've seen Tuca get banged up on a play.
Yes.
And again, Wisconsin is super thin. And it appears that we need some additional support medically. We'll be back in just a moment. Every Badger surrounding Gideon Atuka right now, and you can see his hands right there giving the thumbs up. He is totally stabilized, but you see the thumbs up. That is about the only good sign that you can take away from this situation for Gideon Atuka. And you can see the agony in his face.
Thank goodness.
So the next move on the next possession, who becomes your running back? I know Dupree on a snap count last week will get the lion's share of the carries moving forward. Sean West back to punt. Wind at his back. It's a good punt. Brady on the near side of the field. Brady hit hard as he crossed the 30 and driven backward. Kobe Martin is the running back for Indiana. Martin's first carry of the day. He's hit by Peterson. And after a pickup of 4, 2nd down and 6.
There's really nothing all too sexy about the run schemes right now for the Hoosiers. It's just basic zone schemes, duo, downhill, really reliant on creating movement with their double teams. But I give credit to the Badgers on the interior. They've been able to match the physicality and make life challenging on the Hoosiers.
Mendoza surveying, and he goes down again. Peterson having a career day in Bloomington.
That's what Cignetti said, right? We got to stop allowing these hits on our quarterback.
3rd and 15, Mendoza to the outside. Catch, but he's going to be short. 4th down coming up. E.J. Williams on the reception. Mark the ball at the 40-yard line. 4th and 2, and Mendoza was staying on the field, and now here comes the punt team to a loud set of boos from the Hoosier faithful.
There's been a few opportunities for Cignetti to potentially keep his offense on the field, and that was just a great job by Mendoza making the routine 14-yard stop route look routine. It's not routine. I mean, he just makes it look easy, but Cignetti says they're going to send out the punt team.
Good kick. Down to the 11. Made a man miss, and across the 20-yard line, Wisconsin will get the football for a 2nd time.
It's been 2 weeks of that now. It's going to be something again. Like every week, it's about the opponent, but it's also about, hey, to win a national title, you're going to have to clean up some of these leaky protection issues.
Handed off. Dupree on the carry, churning those legs across the 25, and they'll give him the 26. Aiden Fisher with the tackle. Handed off, going nowhere. Another tackle for loss. Dupree goes down. Smith, down he goes. Nowhere to go. Did the ball come out? Indiana says they have it. They do. The first turnover of the game goes to the Hoosiers. Said he used to go to his camps back in Pennsylvania, and he'd run the 40-yard dash with no shirt on. He'd go, ooh, look at this guy.
They think he's going to run a 4.4 at 273 pounds. He will make a lot of money if that's the case.
Mendoza to pass on first down. Across the middle, Nowakowski the catch. Trying to get the edge. Stays on his feet. Touchdown, Hoosiers.
Gives the ball back to Mendoza, and there's a reason to celebrate, Jeff. Ties the single-season program record for passing touchdowns.
Curtis Rourke set it a year ago. Barely had a chance to let the ink dry in the record book. Shares it with Mendoza. Radicic kicks it up and through. 3 touchdown passes measured and to the point. And a touchback. Wisconsin will get the football back. Coaching staff said there was some space for him. Remember on that last drive in the 4th quarter against Penn State, one of those big plays was the Nowakowski. As Dupree is brought down by his ankles. Smith to pass, surveying, flushed out to the left. Finds his outlet. Chris Brooks made the catch, and he's a yard short of a first down. They'll hand it off. Dupree bottled up. 4th down, and Daly again was the guy that got his nose in it for the Hoosiers. Brady back to receive. And a timeout called by Wisconsin. That play clock was dangerously low. We'll be back in 30 seconds. And they will kick it away. Fair catch called for, and secured inside the 20-yard line. Such a great eye for talent. Brought a lot of people in from JMU as Hemby gets the carry on first down, dragging tacklers to the 26-yard line.
To go back to that point differential, too, I mean, there's nothing that's unintentional in this Hoosier program. I mean, Cignetti thinks about everything. Hey, yeah, we needed to run the score up on some opponents because we needed to change the mindset around here, he told us.
We were here last year for the Maryland game. It was nasty weather, it was rainy, and that day he sent an email to the entire student body urging everybody to get on board. And from that point on, this place has been sold out every single game.
How about his first press conference saying, hey, Purdue sucks. Yeah, that's the rivalry. But Ohio State and Michigan suck too. And he took down Michigan last year, and it looks like they're on a collision course to meet in Indy for the Big Ten championship against the Buckeyes. It is just remarkable what he has done here with the Indiana Hoosiers.
Indiana has dominated this 3rd quarter. Only 11 yards of offense for Wisconsin. 2 touchdowns into the wind for the Hoosiers. Hemby on the carry, breaking past the 35-yard line to the 36. Mendoza to pass. Inbounds or not? Yes, a catch secured by Staves. Another catch that will end the quarter. Midfield is where the football is placed. 24-7, Hoosiers leading. 1st and 10. Handed off. Martin on the carry and brought down after a gain of 6. When the whistle blows finally, Martin hit hard.
And competitive it was.
You can understand how they came out of the gate slow-ish for Indiana.
Going into the postseason.
Handed off again to Kobe Martin. Still 2 incompletions. Mendoza throws to the outside. Nowakowski with another reception.
It's last week the stamp Heisman moment, whereas Julian Sand really hasn't had an opportunity for a Heisman moment.
Mendoza's going to run for it, and he's down. And drive stalls out for the Hoosiers. That's out of bounds, and pretty good field position coming up for Wisconsin. Bartolotti on the field for the first time for Wisconsin, a Whitefish Bay native. Smith going to carry, and Smith pushing tacklers to the 25-yard line. And Smith, when he was put into the ball game last week, got a standing ovation from Camp Randall. Hand it off. The tight end, Lance Mason, on the carry. He had the touchdown reception. First down, Smith, and it's going to be intercepted. Ball floated on him, tried to get it to Kekahuda, and it's picked off. Devin Boykin with his second pick of the year, and the Hoosiers get their second turnover. Handed off, Hamby cuts it back right side. Good gain on first down, and we'll check in with Brooke Fletcher downstairs.
After that interception, Fernando Mendoza grabbed his helmet and he ran out to the field. And here you could see Curt Cignetti. He gave him a thumbs up. He said, "You good?" Mendoza gave him that thumbs up back. He's good to go, and hopefully lead this offense on this drive here.
All right, thanks, Brooke. That's all Curt Cignetti needs is a thumbs up. All right, go get him, kid. Fernando Mania here in Bloomington. Handed off, Hemby again. Gets to the outside. Hemby for a first down. A flag is out. If it goes against Indiana, it would be the first penalty of the game against the Hoosiers.
Holding. Offense, number 74. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
Ray Lynch, the right guard. Second down and 16. Mendoza to pass, sets up the screen. Gets it to Jonathan Brady. Brady breaks out to the outside and gets the penalty yardage back.
Oregon with a big win over Minnesota, and then they play USC before traveling to Washington.
Mendoza sneaks out, finds his outlet. E.J. Williams, first down, Hoosiers.
Put it all on display there.
E.J. Williams limped off the field on that last play. Kobe Martin on the carry, short gain on first down. There's E.J. Williams having a tough time getting to the sideline.
So a lot of nicks and bruises right now with the Hoosiers.
The wide receiver room is thinning out as well. We've seen the emergence of Charlie Becker with Surratt being out.
And the crowd, if you heard him, the voice inflection there, Omar Cooper Jr. was getting into a little scuffle with it looked like Ricardo Hallman, and guess who comes to break it up? Mendoza.
Mendoza to pass. Got a man, that's Cooper. Cooper inside the 5-yard line, first and goal, Indiana. Mendoza hands it off and going nowhere. A loss of 3 on the play. Roman Hemby.
Well, if you're going to keep Mendoza in the game, it's for one reason. Heise Mendoza.
And go get yourself the all-time single-season touchdown record, too. He's one away from breaking Curtis Rourke's school record. He's sitting on 29 touchdowns, 3 so far in the game this afternoon. From the 5, Mendoza to pass. Mendoza, touchdown! The record belongs to Fernando Mendoza. "30 touchdowns through the air in a single season for Mendoza." Cooper had 2 big catches on that drive. Earlier this week, Luca Fickle, the daughter of Luke Fickle, had an opportunity to go up to Madison with her Hoosiers and take on the Wisconsin Badgers. They had a family dinner. I mean, how great is that? I know they spent some time this week, too, with Indiana at home, the volleyball team. for the Fickle family to spend some time together. Get that very often as Vinny Anthony is on the return. And now past the 25-yard line. 91% his completion percentage. This one goes to the outside on the wide receiver run. Terrell Henry on the carry.
Had the one bad mistake on the interception, but really showed some nice things today.
Dupree gets the carry. Sheds one tackle, brought down by a pair of Hoosiers after a gain of 1, 3rd down and 9. Indiana bringing heat. It's batted away. Coming in and making the play, Elijah Hardy. Quote of the week came from Coach Haynes in our meetings with him yesterday. He said we're going to be salty in the C&D gaps. And they have been. They've been outstanding all day today on that defensive front. Inside the 20-yard line, ball continues to roll, and it's downed at the 18-yard line.
I love that the committee kept Iowa ranked too. I mean, it would be a long shot, highly improbable, but I wouldn't say impossible that they could potentially. We're going to see a 3-loss team get into the playoff at some point.
And he's had a good year. Very athletic. He and his brother push each other. They're not matching with their outfits anymore like they were when they were kids, unless they're on the field of play. The only thing that's different is their number.
True value. 60 minutes of action.
3rd and 1. Mendoza's going to keep. Mendoza looking for the sticks. He's out of bounds. 1st down, Indiana. And that should lead us to our 2-minute timeout. Scary scene in the second half. Hand it off. Kobe Martin pushes ahead close to a 1st down. It's allowed 23 yards in the second half as this defense for Indiana. For Fernando Mendoza. And one more snap, and this one is going to be in the books. Hand it off. Martin on the carry, and Indiana with a 31-7 victory. They shut out Wisconsin in the second half, and for Curt Cignetti and the Hoosiers, they are 11-0 for the first time in school history.
A lot of firsts in these 2 years with Cignetti, but there is a new standard here in Bloomington.
He is 22-2 as the head coach of Indiana.